rusted ropes flicker in the dead man's glow. Who put winter in my bones? Spine in my skull, all cable and oath. Orders and bursts, marching like ghosts. Barcode brand where a promise was wrote. Name in the dark, but it catches my throat. Static in my sight, then a hallway. Faded little hand on the wall pane. Tiny pair of boots by the doorway. Laugh like light through the floor grates. Taste of ash and sweet bread steam. Apron on a chair, torn seam. There was someone there who said my name. Hit the gate, hard system screams. Red script running down my veins. I said kneel, but a picture remains. Brown eyes bright in the bombing range. She was calling me, calling that name I can't say. Locked in a jar, made a prayer in decay. I see my daughter's face burning through the black like a falling grace. I remember my home, 4 cracked mugs and a crooked stone. I remember my name, but the tongue won't rise from the grave. Trapped in flesh away. I remember my name, but the code won't break, won't break. White-clad priest of the candle smoke reads my sins off a paper choke. Every line just numbers and bolts, but I see ink smeared where she wrote jokes. Kitchen table with the scorch mark ring. Little metal bird on a broken string. She would make a flap say, fly, oh king, keeps echoing. Now it's chains in the chapel light. Servo wine when I turn my sight. River been tied to my ruined wrist. Tiny red flag and an iron fist. They say tool advance, so I stalk the mud, but my gaze still limps like it did in love. Every step that we're cratered world feels like trekking back to that girl. That girl with my face. Same sharp brow, same stubborn trace. I see my daughter's face cut through smoke like a holy blaze. I remember our home, cheating roof, late shift moan. I remember my name, scratched in wood where the plates all stayed. Come back, come back, come back. I remember my name, but my throat's been sealed by the grave. If I could crack this rusted mask, if I could form one broken gaff, I'd say I'm here, I'm here. Only grinding gears and aching ache. I see my daughter's face, frontline smoke in her eyes like space. I remember my home, shot a half-inch of cold on the pole. I remember my name, hammered in the hull of my cage. I remember my name, but the war wrote chains on the page.